Welcome to Simrai Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. So today we'll be making this exact draped yoke, as you can see right here. So this is a draped yoke, as you can see. So the yoke can be pleated, the yoke can also be gathered. So in this tutorial you'll be learning the tips and tricks to sew in your draped yoke perfectly. Okay, so if this is what you want to learn, please stay till the end of this tutorial. To begin this tutorial, I have my front and back pattern. Okay, so I've already drafted my basic bodice pattern, front and back. This is shoulder line and this is the center front. Okay, and I have my back pattern. So we'll finish up with the front pattern before we go over to the back pattern. So without wasting time, I'm going to divide my shoulder seam line as usual. Once I divide, I'll be connecting to the bust point. Next I'm going to mark out my bust radius. My bust radius is the difference between the bust point and the under bust point. So here I'm working with 3.5. So I'm going to take this 3.5, okay? So by the time you finish making your basic bodies, you'll be able to know which is your bust radius. So on this line, I'm going to mark out 3.5 and I'll go up by 0.75 from this line. Okay, I'll mark 3/4. So that will be the apex of my neckline. So the neckline I'm going to work with now, that is what I want to create. I'm creating the neckline which I'm going to work with. So the neckline I'm working with now, I'm going to come in from my shoulder tip by 1.5. You can also do 1 inch, and I'm connecting it directly. I'll come up. Okay, let me create this neckline first for my over bust. So I'll just come up by 1.5. Okay, from the chest line I'll come up by 1.5. So that part is by choice. So once I come by 1, okay, I actually want, so for the neckline we are going to create, I'm going to ignore the bust radius I marked, okay, because this shape of neckline is quite different from what we want to make. So it all depends on what you have, but I'll just come up on the center front by 2 inches. Once I come up by 2 inches, my target is to place my pattern ruler. Okay, so I'm placing it this way because I actually need a clean curve that runs right into the armhole from that point. So from that point I'm going to make a clean curve. And I'll take it into the armhole and I'm going to straighten these parts. Okay, so that is what I want for this particular neckline. So I'm going to connect the neckline from the 1.5 I came out with. I came out with 1.5 from my natural neckline, or yeah, you can do 1 inch, or let me just do 1 inch. Okay, so or 1.25. okay, let me do 1.25 and I'm going to connect it back. So if you want to make it wider, it's all by choice. So once that is done, I'm going to contour my under bust. From the center front, I'm contouring my under bust. My under bust circumference, I will mark, divide by 4 if you have been following us. So what I have left here, I'm going to impute 0.25 and 1.25. okay, so I have 1.5 left here. So you have to take your own measurement. 1.5 is what I have after putting 1.5 inch that. So if you are somewhat confused with this, you can watch other videos for clearer explanation on this channel. So I'm going to connect this right here. I'll connect this right here, as you can see. So I will come to the over bust to tighten the over bust. So for the over bust area, from the center line, I'll go in by 0.75 and 0.75, and it works perfectly for everybody. So I'm going to do this. All right, people. So this is going to be cut on fold, while I'm going to cut 2 times of this. So we are done with this dress. So the yoke part, I'm going to slash and spread the yoke. So we are going to slash spread the yoke. I'll just make 3 slash lines, okay? And I'm going to cut out this. My slash lines, I'll indicate the up part so I don't get confused, and I will name them 1, 2, 3. So we are going to slash as much as possible, and we'll gather back as following this line. Of course, you see how that will be done. So the front is ready and we are good to go. So I'm going to cut my center front, and I'll cut from there to my yoke. So I'll come here, I'll cut here, I'll go this way into my armhole.